Hey guys, I'm back again. I know I said I was going to be doing this update on my decks that I have built. I'm going to be showing off Magnet Warrior, Thunder Dragon, Armed Thunder Dragon, excuse me, and I'm going to be showing off my Kuriboh deck. I also wanted to show off this Blackluster Soldier Funko Pop. I did actually start off the video with opening it. That video had some corrupted issue, and so I'm reshooting the whole thing right now. So you don't get to see me opening it with the packaging and everything, but I don't keep the packaging. I like to have these on display as it is. So this is Blackluster Soldier. I thought it came out extremely cool. I'm really happy with this. It took a little while to find it. Scalpers everywhere, you know, everyone's trying to buy it with their bots and stuff. Ended up finding it at my local Target. Probably my favorite pop that I have. I don't have too many of them, but yeah, really happy with that. So let's aim down on the mat, and without further ado, let's start off with Armed Dragon. So I'm not sure how many people are familiar with the old school Armed Dragon. These are completely revamped. So these ones level up by pitching another dragon in order to skill it up. So we've got Armed Dragon level 3 here. If I were to pitch, say, an Armed Dragon level 5 to level him up to a 5, he would level up, as well as the Armed Dragons also have effects. When they're sent to the graveyard to activate a Dragon's effect, they have a secondary effect. So, for example, say I've got an Armed Dragon level 5 on the field. I want to level him up to 7, and I pitch my Armed Dragon level 3. I would get to draw a card afterwards. But let's start from the beginning. So we've got Armed Dragon level 3. We want to level him up, and I've got an Armed Dragon level 5 in my hand. I send him to the graveyard. Armed Dragon level 3 would evolve to 5. And because of the 5 being sent to the graveyard, I get to add an Armed Dragon of level 7 or higher to my hand. So I'd add a level 7 to my hand. Then I would pitch on the same turn, mind you. I can pitch this Armed Dragon level 7 to the graveyard to summon another Armed Dragon level 7. When this Armed Dragon level 7 is sent to the graveyard, I get to add any Armed Dragon monster to my hand. So I've got a few different ones to choose from. Sorry, not monster. It could be any spell, trap, anything with Armed Dragon. So at this point, I usually search out for my Armed Dragon Blitz. And at that point, I'd put that into my hand. If I had another monster to pitch, I would pitch another monster to level him up to 10. Once at level 10, I would play Armed Dragon Blitz, which lets me summon another copy of same named monster. And so while these are on the field, their normal name is just Armed Dragon and then whatever level they are. So even though this is Armed Dragon Thunder level 10, he's actually on the field just Armed Dragon level 10. So I would get to summon this guy to the field. Now I've got 2 Armed Dragons on the field, and they've got different effects. This one, these are the end boards that we're aiming on. Must be special summoned by tributing Armed Dragon level 3. That counts as the summon for it. I can send 1 card from my hand to the graveyard to destroy all face-up cards my opponent controls. This one's got a few more effects, actually. It's right there. As long as it's level 1, it becomes Armed Dragon level 10 on the field. If it's level 10, control can't be switched. Sorry, not level, it's attack. If he's got at least 1,000 attack, once per turn, I can send 1 card from my hand to the graveyard, then target 1 other card on the field and destroy it. If he has over 10,000 attack, I can destroy all other cards on the field. So he's obviously probably never going to get to the 10,000 attack. So that effect's pretty much irrelevant. But it is there. And then we've got Armed Dragon level 10 white. This is summoned by banishing dragons equal up to level 10. So if we banish Armed Dragon level 7, an Armed Dragon 3, or 2 Armed Dragon level 5s, we summon him. Once he is summoned, we actually get to take the White Veil equip card and equip it to him. So while the White Veil is out, when I attack, my opponent can't activate any spell or traps, and any that they currently have, like continuous spell or traps, are negated during that battle phase. Once I destroy a monster, I can destroy all their other spell and trap cards. However, when this card leaves the field, I would take 3,000 points of damage. However, if it is equipped to Armed Dragon White, I actually don't take any battle or effect damage. So that's part of the combo. I've also got 3 Artillery Catapult Turtles. When this is summoned, I contribute itself to summon a level 5. So I could skip Armed Dragon level 3 entirely, drop this on the field, and go straight to level 5. I'm running one Tempest. This card, if I discard one wind monster to the graveyard, I can add a dragon to my deck to the hand. I can also banish 2 wind or dragon monsters from my hand or graveyard to special summon this to the field from my hand or graveyard. So, just another body on the board. I don't have too many negates in the deck, but I've gotten an Effect Veiler to negate. Gotta have the Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. I can special summon this by banishing a face-up dragon I control. When it's special summoned during my main phase, I can special summon 1 dragon from my hand or graveyard, except this card. So, I can only do it once per turn, but it's, one way to get something out. I've got 1 Kaiju, and I've got 1 Barrier Statue of Wind. So, as long as I have this on the field, my opponent can't special summon any other monsters if they're not wind types. So, same reason why we're using the wind type Kaiju. All my cards are wind. The only dark monster I have in the entire deck is Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. Everything else is wind. Then we've got our 3 spell cards. These are Armed Dragon Flash. You play this, I instantly summon an Armed Dragon level 3 from the deck. It's just an extra way to get a body on the board. I've got 2 copies of Armed Dragon Lightning. The first time an Armed Dragon would be destroyed, it's not. I send this card to the graveyard instead. I can target 1 Armed Dragon I control and activate this effect. It gains attack equals to its level times 100. So Armed Dragon level 10 goes to 4,000. And then I can also add 1 Armed Dragon from my graveyard to my hand equal to the level of the targeted Armed Dragon monster. So if I get a level 10, I can take another 10 from my graveyard. I already showed these off, but here's 2 more of them. So this, I should mention, I don't have to necessarily summon. Like if I don't want to summon this on the field, if I need it for pitching to my graveyard for an effect instead, I have the option to either add it to my hand or summon it. But most of the time I'm summoning it. I've got 1 of these right here, Mind Control, take control of my opponent's monster. Usually to Link Climb if I need to. I don't have too many Link monsters, but it's just an option in there. I've got a Regeki. I've got a Harpy's Feather Duster. This locks them into only using dragon types. Or, sorry, 1 type. So I only run all dragons except for Effect Veiler, which is never going to be on the field anyways. So I can run that. I've got 2 dimensional barriers to kind of lock them into... If I'm running up against a Link deck that locks them out of Link. Sorry, Link's the only one it doesn't lock them out of. I can lock them out of Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, or Pendulum. So it's another option to kind of keep control over the deck. That's for if I'm going first and I'm trying to set the board up. Because I don't have too many negates in this deck. It's mostly just a beatdown deck. It's definitely not tier 1. I've also got, because it's a lot of rank 10s, if I need to do some burn damage, I can summon him with 2 Armed Dragon level 10s, pitch a material to inflict 2,000 damage. I can, if I got too many Spell of Traps, I can summon this guy instead, pitch a material, get rid of all their Spell of Traps. I've got a few Link monsters here, Hieratic Seal. This I put in the deck because I mind controlled his Link 4 monster, but I couldn't do anything with it. Because I didn't have a Link 5 to climb up to get it off the field. After mind control ends, the turn ends, you got to give it back to your opponent. It can't be tributed, but you can Link summon with it. So if you have a Link 5 in there, that's the only reason why this exists in there, is to get rid of their Link 5 monster, link it with one of my monsters, and it's off the board. Now I've got a few other generic Link monsters. I've got a lot of rank 10s. I have a rank 7 and a rank 5, just in case I end up with Armed Dragon level 5 on the field, or level 7. It gives me an option. This, I can detach 1 material to destroy 1 face-up card my opponent controls. Spell, trap, monster, it doesn't matter. It just have to be face-up. This one, I get to detach 1 material, then take control of 1 of my opponent's monsters and attack him with it, but he can't attack this turn. But it gets, if they've got an Omni Negate that I can't get rid of, or something that I want, it gives me a few options. But it's mostly rank 10s. I have 1 5 and 1 7, just to give me some extra control options. That's kind of what we're working with for that one. It's definitely not tier 1. It's more enjoyable. I enjoy it. Now let's move on to, let's go to the Magnet Warrior deck. So I've got 3 Alpha, the Electromagnetic Warriors. When you summon him, I get to take a level 7 Magnet Warrior from my deck and add it to my hand. So that could be, take a copy of Berserkertron, copy of Valkyrion. These are the revamp of the old school Battle City, Yugi's Battle City Magnet Warriors. Another thing is, during my opponent's turn, I can actually tribute him to summon a generic level 4 Magnet Warrior from my deck instead. These are the Gamma, the Electromagnetic Warrior. When he's normally special summoned, I can take a level 4 Magnet Warrior from my hand and special summon it. And same thing, I contribute him on my opponent's turn to get a level 4 instead. These ones, I summon him on normal or special summon, and I can actually add a Magnet Warrior from my deck to my hand instead of summoning. So, and same thing, tribute him to summon a level 4 Magnet Warrior. So I've got 3 Epsilon. This is the one I pulled in my last video. Haven't actually gotten to experiment with him too much, but he seems like he's pretty good. Summon him. I get to pitch a Magnet Warrior from my deck to my graveyard, and then his name becomes that. So if I need one more to summon Valkyrion, I can make him one of the Beta, Alpha, or Gammas, or for Berserkatron, I can make it one of those names to get it on the field. When he's also summoned, I also get to take a different monster. So if I send this to the graveyard, I can grab one of these and summon him to the field, just to get an extra body on there if I need to link climb or something. I don't actually use too much of an extra deck in this either, but it's an option. I've got 2 Delta. Very similar to him, when he's summoned on the field, I can pitch a card from my deck to the graveyard to just activate any effect. He also gets a second effect, is when he goes to the graveyard, I can banish 3 other Magnet Warriors to summon Valkyrion from my hand or deck. I have the generic vanilla monsters. I'm thinking of moving down to 1 of each of these instead, because they're kind of a dead draw when you actually get them. Almost 90% of the time it's a dead draw, but they are in there because in the event that I do have all 3 in the hand or field, I can actually send them and banish them to summon Valkyrion. Berserkatron's a little easier to get out than Valkyrion. I can actually banish the Magnet Warriors from my graveyard to summon him. His second effect is, when he's summoned, once per turn, I can banish 1 other Magnet Warrior from my graveyard to destroy a card on the field. I'm actually thinking of bringing him down to 1 because, again, I don't really want to draw him. And I can't really bring him back from the graveyard or anything too much. I've got 2 of these. I drew these, pulled these in the last pack. I tribute 1 effect monster, and then I get to summon him to the field plus a token. Only problem is the token's a level 1, so it's pretty much just a body on the board. Can't do too much with it. But I added him in right now because he's a rock type. I just figured try something out. Haven't really tested it too much. I got 2 polymerizations. Those are in here for fusing Valkyrion and Berserkatron to summon him. I might even bring that down to 1. I've never, ever been able to summon him. When he's fusion summoned, once per turn during either player's turn, when my opponent activates a spell, or trap, or monster effect, I can negate it, and if I do, destroy it. So it's 1 negate, but it's only once per turn. If for some reason he is destroyed, I can summon a Valkyrion and Berserkatron from my hand or deck. So only problem is, I can't bring the 1 back that I put from my graveyard. But if I have another copy in my deck, I get that. This I pulled out of King's Court. I'd like to get 2 more copies of it, but I've only got the 1. If I control a Magnet Warrior whose original level is 4 or lower, I can special summon 1 other Magnet Warrior of a different name. And then, what's the second effect? For the rest of this turn, I'm locked into summoning, for the rest of the turn after I play this card, my Magnet Warriors and Magna Warriors are immune to being destroyed by battle or card effect. Spell removal, get another body in the graveyard. This one, I'm only running 1 copy of it because it lets me special summon a Magnet Warrior, Rocker Machine that's banished during the graveyard that cannot be normal summoned or set. So if I got a Valkyrion in my graveyard, I can bring him back, but I'm only running 1 copy. This is their field spell card. If I control a level 4 Earth Rock monster, I can special summon 1 Magnet Warrior in my graveyard. Once per turn at the end of the damage step, when an Earth Rock monster you control battles but does not destroy an opponent's monster, I can bounce it back to their hand. But I can only do it once per turn. So even if I've got 3 Magnet Warriors and they all attack, only 1 of those attacks actually counts to bounce. But it's just some extra removal. If a card can't be destroyed, it can at least be returned to the deck or extra deck. I only run 1 copy of Ties of the Brethren. It's for going first. I never want to play it second because it locks me out of the battle phase. But I pay 2,000 life points, select 1 level 4 or lower monster I control, and then I get to summon 2 other monsters of the same type, attribute, and level as that, but different names. So if I get Alpha on the field, I play this, I can summon Gamma and Beta. I got 2 Transmodify, so the Electromagnetic Warriors are level 3, and the regular Magnet Warriors are level 4. I play this, I send the level 3 to the graveyard and bounce it up to a level 4. Just an option. I'm running 1 trade in. I'm thinking of moving up to 2. You know, if I do a dead draw and I pull a Valkyrian and Berserkatron, I can't do anything with it. I can at least draw 2 cards with it. I'm running 1 bottomless. And then these are 2 magnet conversions. I can target up to 3 magnet warriors in my graveyard and add them to my hand. And then during either player's turn, I can banish this card from the graveyard to target one of my banished magnet warriors and add it or summon it back to the field. So there's a few good options there. I have a very, very small extra deck. Again, I'm not really running this. This is, I ran into one time where I had so many bodies on the board, you know, it gives you an option, link 4. If I got 4 magnet warriors, boom, I've got a Saruja. I've got a special summon from the graveyard. I've got I actually need to put a Tornado Dragon in there as well, at level 4 to, I guess I'd probably look for some level 3s, but I haven't done that yet, to get rid of some spell traps. This one will let me put a monster face down, so its effect's negated while it's face down. This one will, I can detach a card, and then oh, the audio cut out for a second there. Any card effects that are activated in your opponent's graveyard can't be activated this turn. Sorry about that for a second, guys. So again, not much of an extra deck. It's more just a fun deck. This deck, on the other hand, now let's go to my Kuriboh deck. This one it's primarily extra deck focused. So we've got 3 Kuribohs. We've got a miscellaneous assortment of the Kuriboh brothers. We've got Kuribi, Kuribe, Kuriba, Kuribu, and Kuriborn. More Ba, B, Curry Babylon. Most of these are pretty much just going to be link fodder. We're not really using them for too much. I've got 3 red-haired Hasty Horse. These are used in combination with our 5-star Twilight. 5-star Twilight, I attribute a level 5 to summon 5 of the Kuriboh brothers to my field, and then I can link climb however I want. I've got 3 of the Flute of Summoning Kuribohs. So these 2 cards are the primary function of the deck. So I get my level 5 on the field, I tribute him, I get to summon 5 different Kuribohs. So I've got 5 Kuribohs on the field now. Now I can link climb, so I can summon a link 4 right here. Say, who do I got that I want to show off? Say I want to go to Unchained Abomination. He's got 3 different effects. First one is, if a card on the field is destroyed by a card effect except this card, I can target another card on the field and destroy it. When another monster is destroyed by battle, I can target a card and destroy it. During the end phase, I can target 1 card in the field and destroy it. So it just gives me, basically I can destroy up to 3 cards per turn with this guy. And he's got 3,000 attacks. So technically 4 if I kill 1 by battle. So now I've got him on the field. I've just got my lone Kuriboh left. I can play my Multiply, tribute him. Now I've got 5 more tokens on the field. So I can link climb to other monsters. For example, she doesn't say anything about, some monsters, some links say you can't use a token. She doesn't have that effect. So I could get rid of 2 tokens. I've still got 3 left. I've got IP Masquerena. Get rid of another token. I can go into Link Kuriboh. So now I can link climb even further. So this one says, so if I want to say, and I can summon now, I've got 3 bodies on the board. I've got other options to go through here. I'm looking for, where is that? I can summon Nightmare Phoenix. Now I've got some different bodies on the board here. I can link these all together, and because of IP Masquerena's effect, whoever I link can't be destroyed. So now I can go to like Boral Sword or Borolo Dragon. If I really want to get some negates on the board, I can go with Appaloosa instead. She gets a negate for each link material being used. So because I use 3, I get 3 negates, plus she was used with a IP Masquerena as a material, so now she can't be destroyed. So now I've got 3 regular destructions and 3 negates on the board. Just different options to look through. Primary function of this deck is Link Turbo. I just want to get as many monsters out on the board as possible to link them off. I got a few different options to go into here. I do also have some XD monsters as well. Banish materials I can destroy. I can't use a token. See, it says accept a token. So I can't tribute one of the tokens to summon him. but I summon him with one of the regular kuribohs instead of going straight into this. Go into here first, take control of the monster, and then I could, now that I've got control of it, then I can use him as material to summon into here. And then because Relinquish gets not destroyed, but he gets fused into that, his equip monster's destroyed. So that's a way to get the whatever monster I'm trying to get off my opponent's field that's gone. Now, I also do run a small package of Destiny Hero Plasma, because again, he is summoned by attributing 3 monsters. Now, Multiply says it can't use the tokens for a tribute summon, but tributing by a special summon works. So if I've got D-Force on the field, I get to add him to my hand. Then I tribute 3 tokens to summon him on the field. So the combination between these two, when he's on the field, I can target 1 monster my opponent controls, equip it to this, and it gets attack equal to that, as well as negate the effects of face-up monsters my opponent controls. So it just negates everything on his field, and then I get to take control of one of his monsters. And then when D-Force is on the field, I can't draw during my battle phase, but my opponent can no longer target cards I control with card effects. So that means they can't pop Destiny Hero Plasma except by battle damage. And at this point, I've usually taken control of one of their monsters to boost his attack even further. So in 1900, and say he gets another 1500 attack monster, he's already at, 3400. How are they going to get a 3400 body on the board and destroy it without, he negates all their other effects. So they can't climb up, delink climb or anything really. They're kind of limited to what they can do to destroy it. As well as another effect this has, this Destiny Hero Plasma gets 100 attack for each monster in the graveyards, and he can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects, and he can make a second battle phase. So these two are pretty powerful. I can really get these out. I've only gotten them out a few times, but that's why he's a really small package in there. But, with Multiply, he definitely comes out. I've got some general negates on the board. I've got a Regeki, I've got a Twin Twister, and Harpy's Feather Duster. I'm running 3 Allure of Darknesses. All the kuribohs are dark types. I don't have any light types in the deck. And then I'm running 3 Solemn Strikes for negates. Pay 1,500 life points to negate the summon or activation of a monster effect. Just general stuff there. So those are the 3 decks that I'm currently playing. Really enjoying them. I'm currently still working on improving them. But yeah, that is what I've got so far. And my local Target's been getting some nice stock in. I got my Blackluster Soldier here. I got my kuriboh. So next video is going to be going up 2 days from when this is posted, and it is going to be opening the Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1. That should be coming in tomorrow. I'll record that and get it uploaded a day or so after that. So just keep an eye out for that video. It should be coming down the works very soon. Thank you. Bye.